I'm going to show a new feature of MiraCheck Copilot where you can pause and play Mira as she's reading an entire section. There's many scenarios where you may want her just to read a section as you're focusing outside. Things like a go-around or definitely any emergency procedures. And I'm going to demonstrate how this works. So there's a couple ways to have her read a section. If you just ever tap on the heading section, like interior, that will have her read the entire section. And let me show that.
Interior section. Hobbs and Tatch time note. Garmin D2 Bravo fly mode. Passengers.
So you may have seen when I tapped that, she started reading it. It then starts highlighting each one as she's reading it. And then before that, it even overlaid an entire button. So this entire screen now becomes a pause play button. And I just paused it and she was in the middle of it. And you now see that if I click again, she'll continue playing it.
Circuit breakers in. Alternate static check closed.
And then once she's done reading that entire section, she goes back to where you started. So you were on Hobbs and Tatch time note. She just read all those to you. You still haven't checked them. And another advanced feature is if you wanted now, maybe you went through that procedure, you did what she was saying in your ear, to check all items there, you would just press and hold the top section header. So instead of tapping it, you press and hold it for a second.
With great power comes great responsibility. Start section. Seat track and back. Locked.
And she gives you a little snarky comment there just for the idea that you should try not to just check all items in the section like that. But there are scenarios definitely if you did the read full section and you processed all that and you did all that, then you would want to check all items. So that's showing using my finger to interact with it. I'm going to now turn on the microphone and I'll show how the emergency stuff works with the microphone. Mira, emergency.
Emergency list.
Mira, power loss on takeoff.
Power loss on takeoff section. Abort if have runway distance. Maintain aircraft control safe airspeed. Best glide. Full gross. 70 knots. Fuel selector off.
So I'm pausing this emergency right now, which I probably wouldn't be doing, but just to show that it works the same way. This is a different type of view, the emergency view, but it works the same way that she's walking through, reading each of those items, and you can pause it and you can click again to resume it.
Mixture full lean and idle cut off. Flaps down. Master and mags off. Cabin doors unlatch.
And then after reading it, she goes back to the top, and then if you wanted to, you could just have her read it again and again as you're doing that. And one last thing I'll show is if you ever want to just interrupt her, then you could see that there was an X in the top left, or you can just press and hold the screen and it'll interrupt her, and then it will return where you left off.
Power loss on takeoff section. Abort if have runway distance. Maintain aircraft control.
So I hit the X, it interrupted her, and went back to where we left off. And if I paired a Bluetooth headset, and I could interrupt Mira as she was speaking, I could just say like, Mira stop, or Mira pause, or Mira play, and then it would do those commands instead of me tapping the screens to do those commands. So that's a new feature of how to control Mira as she's reading an entire section.